Hello everyone, I'm Amber, and today I'd like to introduce one of the most influential people in 2024, Julian Lucing. And before I start my introduction, I would like to ask all of you, when you were choosing your topic for this presentation, have you ever read her story? If yes, please raise your hands. Oh,
I've listened to his speech. Or something else.
I think it's just a few of you have read about her story, so it's why I'm here today. In this 10 minutes, I'd like to tell her story and prove that she is really influential enough to get the title. And before that, I would like to show you a short clip about which is uploaded by Aurora Prize, one of the prize she has won before. And it's just a short clip and, oh, sorry. Maybe I didn't place it. I would like to send maybe we can watch it later. So I will continue my presentation. And this is my outline. First, I will talk about who is Julian, and next I will talk about why she deserves this title, and next is conclusion and Q&A session. And Julian Lucing is a human rights activist who was born in 1958, and she is from Democratic Republic of the Congo, which is located in Africa. And the reason I want to choose this as my topic is just concluded in 4 adjectives, which are courageous, inspirational, resilient, and determined. But it might be some kind of abstract to see these 4 adjectives. So I will further explain why I think she is courageous, inspirational, resilient, and determined. And so I would like to prove that Julian is indeed an influential lady due to her significant contributions to the advancement of women's rights. So it comes to the main discussion. I would like to introduce her past, her dedication, her recognition, and her catchphrase. So she was firstly become a journalist which works at a community radio station. And so because of her work, she walked into the rural area and she saw that women didn't have the opportunity to education. Moreover, they didn't dare to speak out for themselves because they are often live under the fear. And also during the wartime, they are often become the victims to the sexual rape. So to solve this problem, Julian has something to deal with that. So in 2000, she founded the SOFEPADI, but the name is too long, so I will read on my cue card. It is referred to Women's Solidarity for Inclusive Peace and Development. And the organization was aimed to raise the social awareness about the gender-based violence. And also they want to help the women who once being sexual raped from recovering from the trauma. And also they try to navigate the judicial system by setting some regulations and raise awareness on the government. But she thought that it's not enough for that. So in 2007, she also founded an organization named Fund for Congolese Women. And this organization is the mainly purpose is that it creates an access for donors who wants to donate money to those women. So if the donors want to donate money but they don't know where to donate, they can through the organization's help. And moreover, she is also a member of Media Matters. Media Matters for Women, which is aimed to provide like law information for those women because they didn't have the access to education and they didn't know how to speak out and they didn't know how to look for some help. So they just provide the legal information for them. And moreover, she is the vice president of WILPF, which refers to Women's International League for Peace and Freedom. And also she was assigned to be a co-chair of an independent commission which is held by WHO, and she is one of the board of UNVFVT, which is also known as the United Nations Voluntary Fund for Victims of Torture. Because her journalism life, she has experienced and see a lot of things like the women were abused or they live in the hard situation. So she has feel a really strong of sense of compassion or something. So she just think that she need to do that for women. And because of her dedication, she has also won a lot of prizes, such as French government awards and also Aurora Prize for Awakening Humanity, which I originally want to show you the video about that. And last year, she also got the United Nations Prize in the field of human rights. So after that, I think that most of you think that now that she has done a lot of things and won a lot of prize, and I'd like to introduce what she has said to us. She said that, I thought to myself, if I have had the opportunity to be educated and have the opportunity to speak, why not continue to help other women speak for themselves? And also, she said that women are the first victims to war, but only they held the unique key to peace. And because of these two quotes, she just showed her belief that women are the key to the peace and to the success of the gender equality. So she has done a lot of things for that. And it comes to a conclusion, and so because she has done a lot of things, I think she is really courageous and fearless. And also when I was research about her, I also reflect about the gender inequality happens in Taiwan before and even now. And so I think it's really important to have a pioneer to speak out for those issues, and the government and the society will finally notice the problem. So the lesson I learned from her is that we should fight against injustice and not to see others suffer and go away. And this is my resources, and it's home for my presentation. Thank you.
Good. Can we start with any questions or comments?
I'd like to ask, does she face any difficulties while promoting the women's rights? Because actually, I didn't research this kind of hardship she has faced because the news just mentioned that because she was a journalist before, so she has more access than people to have the influence and to have she can easily spread information than us. So she has more power to do that, I think. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing such a distinguished person who has dedicated a lot to education in women's rights. And could you go back to the dedication part? The next one. So you mentioned that she was the co-chair of the Independent Commission at WHO, which is the World Health Organization. And I thought World Health Organization is only responsible for tackling this kind of health or hygiene issues. So what is the core of that Independent Commission?
Because I think WHO is an organization for health, like you said, but she just not deal with the women rights problem, but furthermore she deal with the water problem or some health problem in the in a remote area. So she also take part in that. So that's why she is a co-chair of an independent commission. Is that your answer? Thank you.
Very good. So any further questions or comments? Yes.
I want to ask that, as far as I know, like, there's a genocide happened in Rwanda in 1994. I wonder if she was involved in the genocide, and if I don't know whether she's a Tutsi people or a Hutu people, but I'd like to know if that war just inspires that she would just like to have her passion on the human rights thing, or just give her some reflection on what she's doing as a journalist.
Thank you for your question. I think although I didn't found the exact news or the exact information, but I think probably yes, because but I think that not only the war happened in 1994, it's all the wars happens in Africa because it's always worse. So I think that's one of the reasons she wants to fix this problem. Thank you.
I think I have just maybe a more practical question. I think because she's a journalist, and I think maybe she's trying to help the world know what's happening in Congo. So does she speak fluent English or French?
When I watch some videos about her, I think she speaks fluent English, but with some accent. But it's easy to, it's not so hard to understand.
Let's see. Good. So any further questions or comments? Okay, if there are no further, then thank you very much for the presentation.